Welcome to this edition of The Forum. I'm your host, Sheila Evans. We have a great show in store for you today with an outstanding lineup of guests. We get our show started today by talking with Lindsay Champion, development managers with the Lower Cape Fear Hospice. They will give us all the details on this year's 2016 Cape Fear Festival of Trees. Then we welcome Janine Powell, Director of Donor Relations with Airlie Gardens. Enchanted Airlie is quickly approaching, and she lets us know what's in store for visitors this year. And finally, we're joined by Sloan Phillip, museum educator with the Children's Museum of Wilmington. She will tell us about the museum and all their upcoming events and happenings. We've got a great edition of The Forum for you today, and we'll get started after this short break.
Mom, can I have $1?
Yeah, it's right. I think my purse is upstairs on the bed.
It's not here.
Check the dining room.
No,
What about your sister's room?
it's not there either.
The upstairs closet? The downstairs closet?
There are no more closets.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
My guest is Lindsay Champion. She is a development manager at the Lower Cape Fear Hospice, and she's here to talk about the Festival of Trees. Lindsay, it's been a while. Tell some of us, what it is.
Sure. Many may be familiar with the Cape Fear Festival of Trees. It was a festival that had been in town for 25 years. It went away back by popular demand. It's on a little bit of a smaller scale. This is our second year at the North Carolina Aquarium at Fort Fisher, which is a spectacular backdrop for this festival. Anybody who loves to come and see the creativity of our trees scattered throughout the aquarium, they've been a phenomenal partnership for us this year. And the festival begins on November 21st and runs through December 4th. It is the aquarium's normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. With the exception of Thanksgiving Day, they will be closed. And this year we're really excited. We have almost doubled our trees. So the outpouring support from the community to help us raise these necessary funds so that we can continue to do the good to serve our communities really just puts us in awe year after year.
Now explain to our viewers how the tree thing is handled.
Sure. So all the trees are sponsored trees, and that comes through Lower Cape Fear Hospice. So we're doing all the forms and all the back work to get things ready, and these sponsors lined up. Their trees set up down at the aquarium for the festival. And so when those sponsorships come in, those are dollars that immediately start going back to work in all of our different areas of expertise and comfort and care. So those sponsorships, there are still a few available if folks are interested, and they can always just contact our direct line and we can certainly get in touch with them. And we do have a limited number of trees, so we're running close to our max.
And is there a theme?
There's not a theme. We allow the sponsor to choose a theme, so that's what's great is we see the creativity. We have some groups sponsoring a tree, but having school groups actually create the decorations, come up with a theme and decorate it, so you never know what you're going to get. It's really exciting.
And sometimes as businesses, it will reflect what they do.
Correct.
Which is a lot of fun.
Yes, and so they get to have their sign up there that kind of shares that we're a partner, we support Lower Cape Fear Hospice, and then they can kind of showcase their own brand and what they do in the community. So it's a great partnership all in all.
Okay, so outside of sponsoring a tree, how else can the community get involved?
Volunteering. We always need volunteers when it comes to sort of the behind the scenes, the beginning, the end, to get set up or break down, but then we will have an information table at the festival during all business hours. So volunteers can be there to help answer questions, know what hospice services are, what we do in the community, how to contact us, those types of things. So if people are interested in joining our forces to get this up and going, we would love to have them.
Would it be appropriate for high school students that might need community service hours for
Absolutely.
a class or a club to participate?
Yes, and actually here locally we are so fortunate. There are several high school hospice groups. So they are always welcome to come down. It's a great learning experience for them to know who we are and certainly get to know our community.
Okay, so you touched on some of the things that it supports.
Sure.
Can you expand on that just a little bit?
Absolutely. So our hospice care, we are one of the oldest and largest nonprofit hospices, and all of our funds from these fundraisers go to work immediately. We have an incredible expressive arts program that people may not know. So we have professionals that go in and they work with our hospice patients. They create art, they do different things, and when we walk downstairs or we walk in our care center, we can see something created by a patient, and it was
Nice.
a healing for them. So with that comfort, we walk that path with the families, and we're there in their time of need for grief, and we support them for over a year after a loved one has gone through our services. So it's pretty spectacular. We have a great group approach. They're all professionals. We are a team. We are here to help everybody that desires our services.
Do you have any specific services targeted at children?
We do. One of the great things, we have Sunrise Kids. So that program focuses on grief support. Primarily, children do grieve differently than adults typically do. So we have a camp that's held every summer. It's broken down by age groups. We work with the schools, with our counselors, to identify a child that may benefit from the services, individual counseling and group counseling with other children their age. And so we really try to look at the comprehensive picture of how we can help the youth walk this path in a comforting setting.
Are the services limited just to your main campus?
They are not. We actually serve many counties in southeast North Carolina, and we're actually down in South Carolina as well into 3 counties. So we are growing. We are fortunate to be able to provide the help that we can and the comfort that we can for the patients as well as the families.
And who benefits?
Really, we've got hospice eligible people, so those guidelines are mandated by Medicare, Medicaid, and insurance. But really and truly, if somebody's looking for grief support, we don't turn anybody away regardless of their ability to pay. So they can get grief support from us, you know, if they need it at any point in time.
So, Festival of Trees.
Yes.
A way they can get information.
The best way is our website,
Okay.
which is Cape Fear Festival of Trees.
Easy enough.
.org.
.org.
Or
Great.
you can call our main line. You'll get in touch with myself.
Okay. Well, Lindsay, thanks for coming in and sharing the information. Excited to have them back again at the aquarium.
Yes.
And we'll be back right after these messages.
Takeout meals for just $12.99. Call them.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montanopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich. This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
My next guest is Janine Powell. She's Director of Donor Relations at Airlie Gardens, and she's here today to talk about Enchanted Airlie. Janine, kind of fill us in on how long this has been going on, some of the details you think we should know.
So Enchanted Airlie has been a New Hanover County tradition since 2005. So this is our 16th year.
Nice.
And we're very excited about all of the new things we have this year. We have more lights, more music to lights, and it's a great family experience, lots of photo opportunities, and a wonderful way to get outside with your family during the holidays.
Nice. Is there a theme each year, or?
The theme really is lights.
Okay.
So we try to do as much garden theme as we can. So this year we're adding a large-scale hummingbird, a large-scale butterfly, and some other garden-themed lighting to the gardens.
Okay, so we've got the butterfly and, did you say a bird?
Hummingbird.
Hummingbird. Anything else new this year?
So many new things.
Okay,
It's one
tell
of those,
us.
yeah, so you know, we'll top 1 million lights this year.
Oh, wow.
All LED, so kind of going hand in hand with our environmental education message.
Very
and
nice.
having the lowest impact that we can.
Good. Well, tell me about some of the new things.
So we have Santa Claus has been moved inside this year.
Oh, that's good.
We have some great new singing trees that do 3-part harmony to some holiday music.
Fun.
We have some new cutouts for people to do photo opportunities with, and some other things that I'll let the viewers experience when they get out there.
And do you go through in your car since it's cold weather, or how does that work?
No, it's a park and walk experience. It's about a half mile of the gardens that are lit. And so you park your car, you get out and walk through. There's no wrong or right way to experience Enchanted Airlie. And it's a great way to get outside with your family.
Stroller friendly?
Of course. Such a family event. Not only a family event, multi-generations of families.
Nice.
We have families who have been coming in with their families for
since
years
2005.
Since its inception, that's right.
Very good. Tell us some insider tips.
Insider tips is buy your ticket early.
Okay.
We do sell out quickly. For the past 3 years, we've sold out every show, every date. There are 2 shows every night that we're open, either from 5 to 7 or 7 to 9.
Okay.
All of it's based on parking. The other insider tip is to pick an off night, maybe a Wednesday night or a Thursday night, so that it's not on the weekend. If we're getting too crazy and too sold out, you can always try to stay at our partner, the Blockade Runner, has a hotel package, and you can get into Enchanted Airlie if you're a guest at the hotel.
Oh, very nice. How do people buy tickets?
Buy them online or in our gift shop. So it's www.airliegardens.org.
Okay, or come onto the property.
Yes.
Very good. Will there be food and drinks available?
There are. We'll have our hot chocolate again.
Okay.
We'll have popcorn, cookies, soft drinks, and we'll also have beverages for adults.
Oh, very nice. And will Santa be there?
We are so happy that Santa will be there. He's there every year. We have the best Santa that we think is anywhere in Wilmington, and he will be back with us again this year.
Okay, and you said there might be a little change with him this year?
So in the past, he's had his own tent, and this year we moved him inside the building to make it more comfortable for people who are in line and closer to the restrooms.
Oh, well, that's important. How many people do you think come through each year?
Last year we had 50,000 people come through Enchanted Airlie.
Wow. Do you know how many came through in 2005? The growth?
The growth has been significant. We started out with all the lights run through generators.
Oh, wow.
So, and probably a couple thousand people. So it's become such a New Hanover County tradition. It's wonderful.
Have you been with the program since?
I've been with Airlie since 2009.
Oh, okay.
And so I've been here for many a year, and I'm used to spending the Friday after Thanksgiving not shopping, but working Enchanted Airlie.
I can imagine. What's some of the biggest change you've seen?
You know, our transition to all LED has been pretty spectacular. Not only does it save energy, it also has a more brilliant, more colorful lighting. And so that's been really fun to match our environmental message with a holiday light show.
Nice collaboration. Was it difficult to do that? Did it take a lot of planning?
It did take planning, and it was not inexpensive. but the Airlie Gardens Foundation made the commitment to transitioning over, and so we've been really happy to be able to show that stewardship.
Is this the first year for those?
No, we've been working towards that for about the past 5 years.
Are they easier to maintain?
They are. They last longer.
Yeah.
And they don't have to be replaced nearly as often. So it has been, once you make that initial investment, they are easier to maintain.
What do you think is one of the favorites with the kids?
With the kids, yeah, Santa's hard to beat.
Sure.
They also like our version of Candyland. And I think what is the most fun is just hearing the screams of delight and giggles as they come upon each different lighted section of the gardens.
Okay. And so they don't have to start or end at any particular place?
They don't. When you come in, you get a map before you park, and so you can just follow the map. It doesn't matter where you start or finish, and you do have 2 hours to complete your visit. So we ask you to get there on time and get out on time so we can turn the parking lot over and have the next round of guests come in.
And do people typically stay for those 2 hours? Does it depend? It probably depends on the weather and such.
It depends on the weather. If you look at every single thing and stand in line for Santa, usually it takes at least an hour and a half.
Gotcha. So you guys have it down to a science now.
We hope so.
Well, good luck. And you said it starts the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Yes. So November 25th, and we run select days through December 22nd. So December 22nd.
And all that's on the website. And lastly, cost, or is that best
cost?
To look
We're
it up?
all carload passes this year for ease, and it's $27. So you can fit as many people as you can legally hold in your car, and bring friends, family, and just come have fun.
Okay. Well, great. Thanks for stopping by and sharing that information, Janine. And we'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages.
Yes, I am.
Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Seven 7,000 high school students drop out every school day. Let's catch them before it's too late. To start helping students in your community, visit boostup.org.
I am joined by Sloan Phillip. She is the museum educator for the Children's Museum of Wilmington. So Sloan, you're here to tell us about the museum and everything that's going on. Fill us in a little bit.
Well, we have a couple really great events coming up. On November 17th, 19th, we are having our museum mashup. So we're going to collaborate all of our favorite events from out the whole year of the museum. So we're going to be doing confetti slime, paleo pudding. We're going to have all sorts of different activities that people really, really enjoyed and they can come back and do again. So that's coming up right around the corner, but we are really excited for the 21st because we're going to be doing a fundraiser with the New Hanover service learning class at the high school.
Oh, yeah.
We have a couple of their volunteers and they come here at the museum and they help kind of plan programs for us. So they decided that they want to do a fundraiser, so they're doing something called Turkey Takeout, and it's going to be a bunch of different cooking classes and also like a Macy's Day parade throughout the museum. And that's going to be a big fundraiser for us. We want all sorts of different families involved, and it's going to be really, really cute with the kids.
So are the students holding the cooking classes?
So the high school students, yes, it'll be about 20 students. They're going to come to the museum. They're running the whole event. We're just kind of the venue, and all the proceeds will go to us. But they're doing the cooking classes. They're helping with costumes. There's going to be a toddler area. So it's all their own initiative because they won a contest and they really want to help us out some more. So we're really thankful for them.
So the parade, is it the students in the parade, or are they going to get little kids in the parade, or how's that work?
It's going to be the students and the kids. I think mostly the kids, but there's a little area to make some dress-up costumes, and so they're going to walk all the way around the museum after the cooking classes have finished.
So what's the time frame for this?
This is going to be 4 to 6 p.m. That way it's going to be, you can get some food there, and it'll be right after school's let out for the kids.
Oh, so yeah, it's a Monday, right?
Okay. It'll be a Monday.
So it's a Monday from 4 to 6. The New Hanover High School students are going to run it. How about the cost?
The cost, it's going to be $5 for the children and $2 for the adults, because there will be food and drinks available.
Okay. Do you know what kind of food?
I know they're going to do these an apple pie dessert, but there's going to be definitely a dessert and then some entrees. And they really wanted to do take and bake food. That way you can make your kids' food at the event, and then on Thanksgiving on Thursday, you can actually bake the child's food, and that way the kid can contribute to their own Thanksgiving dinner.
So the child will be involved in the cooking class. Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
cool.
It's a cooking class for the kid, and they get to take it home and actually present their food on Thanksgiving.
What a good idea. Smart kids at New Hanover High School. Tell us about some of the daily programs that you offer to the public.
Well, we have a different theme each day. Okay. So on Tuesday through Friday, because we're closed on Mondays, Tuesdays we have a cooking class that's very, very popular. A lot of people like to attend that. We also have our story times on Tuesdays. Wednesdays are STEM explorations, and that's what I teach. So we do all different wacky science experiments, and they're always hands-on, and I try to make them with ingredients that are available at home so the kids can replicate the process. Thursday we have our Nature Navigators program, which I also teach. So I teach kids about North Carolinian nature. And then they also get to do, there's another cooking class earlier in the morning. And on Fridays are art days.
Who does the cooking classes? Do you as well?
That's actually Mary Ellen. I wish I could do our cooking classes because I think they're the most fun. But that's Mary Ellen. Right now she's on maternity leave, so we're actually rotating around. And I'm helping out, but it's actually Allie and Kathleen are two other people who work at the museum.
What's the last thing you all made in a cooking class? Can you remember?
My favorite last thing is we made pizza mummies for Halloween. So we used little English muffins, put tomato sauce, and then we shredded cheese, like the string cheese, and put little olives for eyes. And that was another take and bake, so the kids could bring that home.
Oh, cool.
And they could eat it for dinner that night.
Oh, that's fun. Tell me about some other special events you have coming up.
So we have, obviously, Museum Mashup. And then we have the Turkey Takeout, which is on the 21st, the fundraiser. But our huge one that I think we're really excited for is Polar Express Day. And Polar Express Day is going to be on the 17th, and that's going to be from 9 to 12. And we're going to be having a Santa. We're going to have a train that the kids can ride. We're going to be making reindeer food, and there's all sorts of different activities. But the staff always loves it because we get to dress up, and we get to decorate the whole museum for Christmas.
Nice. And that's Saturday, December 17th.
December 17th, correct. Yeah.
Did you say 9 to 12?
It is 9 to 12. We always do morning programs, except
what's the charge for that?
The charge is regular admission, so it's $9.75 for adults and children. But if you're a member, it's free.
Okay.
So that's a completely free event for our members, and it's not a fundraiser. It's just something we like to put on.
Gotcha. So we talked about the New Hanover High School service learning class. What about other volunteer needs or interns? Do you accept them?
Yes. So those are our special volunteers because they're a service learning class, but we're always looking for more interns and for more volunteers in general. We take children from young adults from 15 up, and we have some senior volunteers that are really great. They've worked the front desk for us. And I also always need them for my programs. So I do a lot of school programs that are grant funded, and I always need some adult or ex-teacher volunteers to help me out with that.
Now, for our high school students who aren't part of the service learning class, are there opportunities on Saturdays or after school that are short term, maybe for them to get their beta club hours?
Absolutely. A lot of our volunteers are Cape Fear Academy, where they have volunteer hours that are needed. They can come.
You just might have them sign up, for instance, for the Polar Express Day.
Exactly. We're always, so our special events we always need volunteers for, and we love having them come. And Saturdays and Sundays are the most popular days to volunteer because of the high schoolers. So.
And do they reach out to you?
They reach out to Jessica Davis, and so her email is jdavis@playwilmington.org.
At Play Wilmington, I like that. Anything else you want to fill us in about with your grant-funded programs?
Yes, we have a ton going on right now. We are really lucky. We had an amazing grant writer, Brianne Wright, who went over and beyond. And so we're working a lot with all the different elementary schools.
Okay.
Right now, our most popular one is our Bright Minds program, and it's funded by Duke Energy. And I'm going out to the different schools and teaching the first grade students about STEM. So it's just kind of some extra fun science experiments we're doing. We're doing owl pellets, worm homes, bean bags, snake skin observations. So all different hands-on activities that the kids can really get into.
Very good. So Monday, November 21st, 4 to 6, we can support the efforts of the New Hanover High School service learning class and the museum at the same time. Great. We'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages.
What state am I?
I'm the largest state east of the Mississippi River. My nickname is the Peach State. The 1996 Summer Olympics were held here. Do you know who I am? If you guessed Georgia, you're right. I received statehood in 1788.
This United States factoid has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
Edgar Allan Poe led a troubled life plagued by poverty and the loss of the people he loved. Despite his problems, Poe produced a large body of work including short stories, essays, and poems. He died in Baltimore at the age of 40, but his stories and poems live on, read by millions of readers in America and around the world. This background in literature has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
We hope you've enjoyed our program today. The Cape Fear Festival of Trees will run from November 21st until December 4th. For more information, visit their website at capefearfestivaloftrees.org or call 796-8047. If you would like to buy tickets or find out more information about Enchanted Airlie, you can call 798-7700 or go to their website at airliegardens.org. And to see a list of events happening at the Children's Museum of Wilmington, visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Children's Museum Wilmington. Now, if you ever have any questions about the topics we discussed here on the show today, please call the school system's public relations office at 254-4180 or check out the website at www.nhcs.net. I'm Sheila Evans, and thanks for joining me today.